A time span on this planet here, making the most in a way sincere, a thought of when heaven arrives, towards the infinite. I close my eyes, essence alive in a spirit complete, always a dream, until then we meet, beginning to end, the truth in focus, blessings in heaven, away I'll know this, for now I will send this home, my mind will then continue to roam, still in love, soaking this into the within, beneath the waters of spirit that I'm in, to be in love, surrounding my heart, now is when this begins to start.
Do you remember the person you knew? I would wait, dedicate, and think of you, before we were swept away in situations, before I'd chat online with many nations. The breeze was calm, the sun was out, it was you that it was all about. Do I speak with honesty in what I focus? Varying faith from a cross to a lotus. From confusion into clarity of mind, in this present moment, I feel fine. I may understand your position in life, most likely you'll become someone's wife. When I needed a friend you were there, that's why I write this and that's why I care.
At this point many are involved, with an equation to be solved. There is a way for everyone to arrive, integrating what we all want to derive, the relationship of her and him. Is now the right time to begin? Am I to continue the wait? I'm learning to successfully procrastinate. I just want to do what's right, for my dreams to begin to take flight. I will look for signs to tell, for this to all work out well, with you and I, him and her. It's possible for miracles to occur.
In an authentic way, just letting go, to be with the essence that life will show, as to embrace the present moment, releasing the idea of a way to own it. Honestly, I don't know what can happen. Yet, faith in God's guidance can let it in. I could be responsible for each thought, even the responsibility so early taught, so much of a surrender to make it happen. The expectations I may be trapped in, there is gratitude for what just is. I know none of these words apply to this knowing I'm unable to express, humility rewards after failing the test.
I trust I will see you again, although I may not know when. You have taken flight into your world, now a woman grown from a little girl, the dreams embraced as a child, within your mind, an imagination so wild. Now you are exploring these dreams. I have faith in you, the way it seems. I'm grateful I have experienced your song and interlude. You have waited so long, your independence is known and respected. With the words you said, I was directed to know this is what you want here. Your laughter guided me to what you feel.
I said I would do anything for you, the most difficult thing to go through. What if that thing is to let you go? You'll live your life and I'll never know, to not be able to share my life with you. If that is what you want to be true, if that is what you want me to be, to wonder why you're away from me, I'll attempt to do this one thing. It may leave me lonely in what it brings, separation from all I hold dear. This in fact is my greatest fear. Is this reality what you want? In this situation, you're in the front.
As I look back at my time on earth, ever since the day of my birth, I can see this is all going by quickly. The reason it is precious on this journey, I know I'm still alive to write this. I know about the memories I miss, my growth through an experience, to arrive here now and probably smile. Before I leave this body I've known, there may be much more that's shown. To think all this has happened so far, gives hope of heaven in the stars, a spiritual bliss because I have lived, a sweet taste of creation, God will give.
One press of a button on a keyboard, routed, a design path, the circuit board, the electric pulse of the information is zero, defined by energy within a wire's interior, collect the impulse in temporary memory, to be calculated in a processor we can't see, back out to the random access storage, through the modem of a technological age, a header packet sent to another computer. I really need to look for a tutor, to know if all the data is obtained, download complete, bandwidth drained. Enjoy this file, whether MP3 or EXE, for some reason all this is important to me.
You have set up the boundaries, yet to me this is a mystery. I will respect the line you have drawn, although now I feel like a pawn. The distance apart you have set inspires questions of why we met. It takes strength to follow through. This type of promise to me is new. Is this a test of my character? I will respect this, so please tell her, it was worth it and I'm glad. In no way do I regret or am I sad, only thanks to you. So I'll wonder, in the richness of life, I will ponder.
Within the surroundings here, no time to wipe away a tear, humbly ask for the Holy Spirit within me, given by God, as air is free, if a jealousy of lifestyle is near, clarifying the thought pattern here, with no rational reason to fear. This conformity is entirely too weird, flipped around with a quiet sound, knowing their observation is around, clearing the mentality of confusion there. An attempt to keep this calm is rare, to lead to another time of silence. I'll accept the opportunity to try this.
A form of hope, to travel in this direction, delicate and careful in this form of creation, it will always be missing in life until I realize what I look for is here still, a soft gaze right in front of me. Is the present moment my destiny? The choice of how I'll view this day, a way my inner dialogue chooses to say, contentment in an attempt to reply again, with a phrase I can only write with a pen, with a thought I can try and convince. I've overcome every struggle ever since. I know deep inside what I try to hide. Life is a ride, and in myself I'll confide.
For some reason I feel I need to live, in a life position where I can give. There is so much I'm thankful for, only God knows what is in store. Still I don't want to take the chance. How fragile and graceful is this dance? A way I will express to you, what my perspective finds true, although I may not think I know. There is a way this situation will go. I'm drawn into looking for what to do. I'm curious if I will interact with you. Will it lead to the next step? We can walk in faith to accept.
If I can keep the right focus, to try and encourage all of us, temptation may lead me off course, a possible reason for my remorse, choices with good consequence in prayer. Have I wronged the people who are there? If everything happens for a reason, a life allowing an approach of treason, open the door to try something new or close one, to end the chapter about you, I'll remain quiet and careful, doing my own thing to be thankful. We all have individual lives to live, individual clarity won't blur what just is.
Today is the first day, it's going to be okay. Seize the opportunity today. Can you hear what I'm trying to say? I want to send out to you love, with this style and grace from above. So many people care about you. You can rise above this to get through. It may feel like you're barely afloat, so just visualize yourself in a boat. Of course there are times that are rough. The wonderful person you are is enough. I want you to feel good about who you are. You have arrived after traveling so far.
The seconds of a clock moves with a tick, then to a talk. So which one shall I pick? Or what to do with this time in movement, something to live for, no need to prove it, return to the center of calm and peace, an awareness of simplicity to increase. I may agree I am not my thoughts, to untie the confusion of mental knots, let it go, take a breath, I will know what is best, for you and them, him and her, the best scenario that can occur, this process of gratitude passing by, with fun, with thanks, the time flies by.
An available source of information, what am I looking to apply in this situation? Realigning my focus to the data obtained, or lost in the past story of when it rained, now sunny, and I know what I want, thoughts, yet which ones are in the front? Are they based on love or fear? Trust, faith, and grace, in a life so dear, unless impulsive worry and doubt reacts, intentionally quiet and aware in how I act, consequence in a choice of cause and effect, to decide if feelings I entertain are correct. So, realize the miracle and choose wisely, as I sympathize and understand precisely.
The way this will continue on, hopefully these words are not my own, with faith to receive a blessing or gift, space-time continuum nexus rift, opening up possibilities not of me, letting go of what I know is my destiny, something better than what I could do, being parallel to what travels through. If I arrive at choice and decide, neither a decision nor a choice will reside. Not senseless but rather precious, opening up to what is consciousness, the next step in this walk. Silence speaks instead of vocalized talk.
As much as I'd like to stop, submitting to fear with a teardrop, it's only a matter of deciding, to take responsibility without hiding, to keep myself safe within boundaries, what I share with others around me. Am I vulnerable to who you are? I can't actually find any emotional scars. If I can't touch it, does it exist? If it doesn't exist, could I persist? Untangle the words with a twist, choosing a choice will need to insist, enjoyment of stability for this, keeping it simple will lead to a kiss.
For him to speak with his voice, his mind needed to make a choice, of what to say in a phrase, what he knows from birth until today, life lessons, memories, and knowledge. He met her after he was done with college, now needing to offer a first impression, will it decide the relationship's progression? In his mind is the current search for words, using language she understands and prefers. His mouth opens to release a wave of sound, within her ear the message sent is found, with the transfer of the sound received, his vibe is then pleasantly perceived.
For some reason it stopped working. Was it supernatural within lurking? The screen went blank, a dark black, 24 hours, the power was back, metaphysics or wireless networks. I'll never know why it now works, nothing more to say about this. So I'll listen to music to reminisce, when the lyrics talk about certain people. Yesterday I was under a church steeple, after months I can write another poem, I wonder if it is caught in the knowing, so I'll look around, smile, and relax, a celebration of a mental code cracked.
Mental images and feelings combine. When I'm moving toward what I will find, an awareness of what I'm thinking, affecting the mind as if what I am drinking, the sip of one flavor, to identify it as bad. Feeling angry is the same as feeling sad. Be careful when exploring thoughts, only a good vibe to what it starts. If I can recognize what I don't want, a return to a routine, now in front, to look back at the unwanted, although it was wanted to be confronted, to now know what I can take, applying it to the next experience I'll make.
Know when to let down the act, illusions of what isn't a fact, hope between what is blurred, patterns of light in the darkness occurred, the tears streamed out of my eyes, I must put on this outward disguise, I can't let on that I feel this way, a fragile glass carried on a silver tray, leverage carefully moving this thought, the beverage has now been bought, this is the time to not give up, just take one more sip from the cup, life is just that, one at a time, just as this is merely a rhyme.
Is faith in the unseen the way? To arrive in eternal heaven one day, to stay true to my heart's desire, with purity as intense as fire, to burn away the unwanted thought, making ashes of what I am not. Unfortunately, I don't know what to say. There is hesitation in starting to pray, so for right now, the action I need, writing thoughts as I want to proceed. Although I cannot see outside of time, I can guide my thoughts with this rhyme. If I feel there is nowhere to turn, I'll keep myself safe in what I have learned.
Only by the grace of God, I am here, the repetitive nature is becoming clear. Rearrange the furniture for something new, a view to run from, that I once knew, small movements, I may question direction, courageous enjoyment, given in protection, the memories may still be attached, infinite images to try and be matched, yet I know with continued faith and hope, I will use my heart and mind to cope, sometimes with intellect and wisdom, not knowing where I've come from, my past history, and all the moments, divine intervention selects this within it.
Information collected has been assembled, the endpoint, duplicate exactly resembled, a form of blueprint, from here, to go there, all aspects, object transported with care, digital molecules and transportation, atomic material and digital information, organized and directed by invisible software, matter moved with technological hardware, so that's my imagination's concept, as direct as I could get it. Could this device manifest into reality? Moving things as a grain of salt in the sea, as a molecular structure floats in air, the data is wirelessly moved with care.
What sense does it make? Holding it in and being fake, what is really on my mind? Answers to the questions I want to find, I could hide from just one word, maybe that would be absurd, truth setting a thought free, into the air, into a tree, family, friends, and those around me. With this notion I just want to be, no worries concerning my care for you, or to what I think they go through, simply put, the sky is now blue, so fate can contemplate what to do.
Pull this together and continue on, you know what you must do, you may feel your heart was torn, but once again the sky is blue, you made it through an event, you cried your tears as a weight event, so now the daily responsibilities are here, are they complete? If so, how far or near? Make a list, I know I can do this, get the gist? With a flick of the wrist, the day is not done yet, more to do, to care about what happens to you. Please focus and know this will work out, in some way, know what this is about.
Symbolizing what is outlined in the past, permission for nothing to browse, large amounts discovered, not there, constructing location to input the outcome, 3 of approximately 20, necessarily as is, rapid pace, change focus to be the same, transmission complete, just the surface, say one more word, ulterior motives, you won't see me for a while, after the night is home now. Run the block seated in the cement, currency of monetary, electricity flowing, to take the pool and relocate the H2O, I'm traveling to walk, for all that you are.
I could pretend I know what to write, passively continue to fight the good fight, when I don't know where to turn, I've given up all that I've learned, yet today I will go back online, a keyboard that will never be mine, to search, discover, express and find, communicate and observe to pass the time. I'll withdraw to the world I know, digitally addictive, a part of the show, electronic data transfer to her, again awake, to the now, in a blur, the time is 12, or 11 or 10. Electron pulses through circuitry to bend.
Oh, I almost forgot. I want to tell you, things that I thought I almost knew, those precious facts to help me relax, as I go with the flow, forward to go back, direction spinning around, focusing ahead, Stopping only to see it is all I've said. A day surprisingly unknown in nature, yet I can feel my soul steadily mature, selecting angles to view thoughts shown, abstract changes consistent, almost known, to rearrange the time spent thinking of her. As my mind may very easily concur, my independence and way of approach, I'll try to keep afloat our tiny little boats.
Quick turn away, you know how, it was scary, but you know now, anger and misery is not what you want, search for good times, back to the hunt, you deserve to feel good, only the best, discard the bad and can now rest. It took energy and courage, but there's more, your view is now a wide open door, step through into a knowing of a new you, please know this and it will be true, a person capable of enjoying this world, so much more than ever before, I can see in you a glimmer so bright, thank you for being this shining light.
A clever play on a vocabulary of words, describe a noun, and then add a verb, yet, honestly, is there any substance? The value of recognizing what this is, authentic ways can be living a truth, as a tightened grip, works its way loose, leaning into one way or the other, questioning my intention, so why bother? Doubt and disbelief witness receptiveness, more unknowns of consciousness, it would be nice to create through thought, contemplative selection revises if it is not, can my soul search throughout the night? Peace, then, arrives by daylight.
A thought, to a word, to the next, of what is nothing more, nothing less, contemplating on what I could lose, taking action on the path I'll choose, it takes away from what to say to you, within days it is now something new, when an opportunity and now distant, I'll turn to myself to be consistent, nobody is coming to save me, yet I realize what will be, the strength I have in myself, my inner being and inner wealth, I know I can do this today, non-resistant type of action is the way.
Hardware connected to a network within air, annoying cell phone smashed without care, soon no more of the circuit's energy, this happens with a non-working battery, to contemplate a digital signal with wit, where and when is the last invisible bit? Information, translation, silly wave particle, of course I know this poem is maniacal, space-time coordinates, the last bit of data, somewhere in the air? What is it made of? I need to know if I swallowed that bit, this little bit of data could be a perfect fit, through the atomic clock as a basis of time, my mind is baffled in this scientific rhyme.
To be the villain, the evil, the bad, to be the one who is sad, if a person decides that is who they are, they will go nowhere, and they'll go far, I want to help and give what I offer, while it is illogical to suffer, together we can boost our confidence, regardless of having more or having less, a relative term known as better, compared to me, or any one of these letters, or these words, or this poem, so they think within their knowing, passing through the perspective showing, we can overcome the stages of growing.
Organization is found, precision is attained, yet so is a variable to question my brain, the unknown time of my love, not even to be predicted by the stars above, her free spirit and wondrous travels, logic and theory completely unravel, understanding, and communication is nice, when the same thing never happens twice, she is a mystery in the form of a woman, in the many situations as I go through them, catch my breath and continue in admiration, no test to pass, as to avoid a graduation, only fun and enjoyment of life today, she brightens the world in a unique way.
Despite an approach based on fear, intention revealed and made perfectly clear, at a point where I can finally see, the best form of interaction for me, dreams verging, nightmare characteristics, please wake up and realize life's logistics, surrender to something within who I am, sitting on a beach, countless grains of sand, deciphering common sense about choices, I will tune out their actions and voices, to once again be confident and free to live, as much as I try to help and give, this is for you to learn and maybe escape, awareness leads through a narrow gate.
The resistance to a hope or a dream, to honestly feel I deserve good things, to give my life and this world a chance, it will only be my loss if I take a glance, of the way I want things to be, to turn around to a view I want to see, they are there waiting, and better yet, they are around me now, without regret, I can move forward with a life to live, if I close myself off, I cannot easily give, something I want so much to do, the only way I know how to express to you, I've always had the key to my own prison, it's time to open the door to a new vision.
Rationing movements through a time span, steps to a situation, chosen consciousness, changing occasionally as the eyes blink, transforming the experiences, guided by thought selection, extra energy behind the intention, toward the path I want, seizing the opportunity to plan, events couldn't happen any other way, a blueprint of the directions to go, priorities within a decision to approach, the past and future versions of who I am, communicate within the unity of my mind, accepting responsibility for what is now.
Continuing on this path of compassion, as the time is divine, with intervention, a universe within selection of words given, starting to initialize the new perception, to cancel the projected view of what is, opening and closing doors, the life is his, feeding a story of silence and clarity, the resetting what is defined as variety, secrets revealed, questions, and purpose, cleverly choosing S story through this, a hidden truth in familiar faces, at least to see it, surrounding these places, the dream solve subconscious messages, it leads me throughout the many passages.